and there's so many people who have had a hand in it, and for me to be a part of it, I'm extremely proud. But there's so many players who have come through here. There's so many coaches who have dedicated their time, their efforts, and the administration, from way back when to put the emphasis on women's sports here, and to continue to put the emphasis on women's sports. Everyone has a hand in these 1,000 victories. So for me, I'm extremely proud. It's something that we boast, we talk about in recruiting. It was actually funny because David Taylor tried to stump me to try to ask me, did I know who the two in front of us were? And I said absolutely, because every time we go into a young lady's home, we talk about the fact that we only trail Tennessee and Louisiana Tech for all-time victories. So tremendous feat, and sometimes when it doesn't even sound right until you have to say it over and over again. We have 1,000 victories, 1,000 victories in program history, and to be a part of that is very special. To be a part of it, the actual victory, to be able to celebrate in the streamers, it was fun. It was fun. The kids didn't take it lightly, and they felt like it was special for them to be a part of it. So very happy for everyone involved, everyone who's ever been involved, and everyone should be proud of that accomplishment. For the actual game, it was a good rebound game. I thought, again, taking nothing away from any of our opponents, I thought we did not play exceptionally well against Towson, but we came back, and we are trying to figure out who we are. I've said this before. I've said it many times that this was going to be a year where we're going to become one team, and then we're going to reinvent ourselves, and then we're going to have to reinvent ourselves again. And we're in the third phase. We're in the third phase of this project, and you can continue to get better and to win while you're trying to reinvent yourself. It's always a plus. But I thought we had a couple kids who came out, played extremely well. I thought Precious shot the ball extremely well. I thought Precious was a little bit more engaged in the actual game. As a result, she had 10 rebounds today. We got on her pretty hard about her non-effort on the rebounding end versus Towson. I thought she was more engaged and aware of rebounding. I thought Mickens did a really good job of making them pay for sloughing off of her. Teams are going to try to do that, and she's going to have to be aggressive towards the basket. I thought she did a good job of that. Lady's doing a great job, man, in the middle for us. So I was very proud of her and what she did. But collectively, we still need to get better. I think our deficiencies right now, if there are some, is that we don't defend as well as I would like. Today included, and it's kind of funny. They score 57 points, and we're upset with our defense a little bit. But I have to understand that last year was last year, and we were dominant defensively. This year's team's different. We're going to have to find our own identity. But it's good. It's good to win the basketball game. I thought UNC Wilmington, played well, shot the ball well, hit some tough shots. Which didn't allow us to get out on a break like we really wanted to. But it's a work in progress. We're 2-0. I think we won 11 games so far this year, and we need to continue to get better.
With the 1,000th win coming at home and having your jelly back in the peanut butter jelly sandwich, how much more special does that make it?
It's tremendous. I mean, you never can plan these things out. But I mean, just thinking about it, and it did cross my mind. What if we had won that 1,000th game on the road? And to come back here and just to have an applause, so to speak, it wouldn't have been as special as to hear the buzzer sound and knowing the accomplishment that you did accomplish, and being able to share it with your fans at that moment. The streamers, that was a great idea. I didn't know how that was going to pan out, but when it was raining streamers, it was I felt like I just scored a touchdown. At the over at Bridgeforth. So I know what the football players feel like now. But I thought that was a good gesture, and the kids enjoyed it. To be able to have Coach Mormon come down on the floor, it was special. So to have Jelly back in the building, and I'm referring to our band, it's tremendous. It just gives us energy, gives us more energy. It makes the place vibrant, and it was a good night. It was a very good night. So I'm very proud, very happy.
You mentioned Sheila Mormon. She was down there. You guys have much of a relationship?
Oh, we do. Yeah, we do. Coach Mormon has been really good for me, and as a new coach taking over. She's never, so to speak, overstepped her boundaries. She's allowed me to be me, to put my personality on this team. She's been there for me when I needed her. Never really told me what she thought I should be doing unless I asked. And for me, that's really important because you're a first-year coach and you're taking over a program, and you have the legend is still in the stands and walking around campus and doing things. The foundation, I call her, who really built this program. It can be intimidating. It really can. It can be intimidating because you're always going to be like, I wonder what she's thinking. Am I doing this right? Am I doing that right? But she really handled it, in my opinion, perfect for me. She was there. She's been a sounding board for me when I needed it. I can talk to her, and if I want advice, she'll give it to me. But she's never calling me up and telling me that I should be doing this or I should be doing that. And to have that there, it's special. And even the little exchange that we had on the floor, it was 1.5 minutes of coach talk. And I can say it to you guys, I can say it to my wife, I can say it to the players, I can talk to my whoever. But I know when I talk to her and I throw something off of her, a sounding board, she knows exactly where I'm talking about because she's been there and she's done that. And sometimes she'll give me advice verbally. Sometimes her nonverbals say enough to me. Just to know that she's been supportive. So it's special to have her around and be cheering and still being so supportive of this program.
So you still see her at most home games?
Yeah, I every now and then. I mean, we don't meet after the game or talk about the game, but I know where she sits. When I'm rubbing my head or I'm kind of looking around, I know where she is, and I know where she is, and she's been very supportive of this program. She continues to follow us. She comes, 2 games. She comes to our banquet every year. She's very visible. She's very visible, and the kids know who she is. She comes to practice every now and then. Not as much since she's retired, but she's visible, and she walks in. They know who she is, and I make sure they know who she is because, she's hung more banners than I've hung. She's won more games than I've won, so she's done a tremendous thing for this program.
Sure. As for the actual game itself, what do you think stopped you guys from putting them away or taking as long as you put them away?
The defensive end. We're having a few mental lapses on the defensive end, correctable lapses, and it's just a matter of communicating. And again, we're reinventing ourselves. We're adding pieces. So the chemistry that we did have, we kind of stripped it away a little bit, but for the good, for the long run. Because I think we'll be better come February, come March because of it. It's just that right now, and as we're implementing it at the early stages in December and January, it's going to be a little rough around the edges, But I like where we are, considering the fact that we knew that we were going to reinvent ourselves. Are we as far as we were last year? No, because I think the chemistry was set and we didn't change anything. We're changing things right now, and we're going to change a little bit on Friday because we'll get Delisha Griffin back from a concussion, and it gives us one more person off the bench, where we can do some things. So,
Are you
all right.
surprised by how long it took for Precious Hall to record a double-double?
No. Am I mad how long it took her? Yes. Again, it's one of the things that we talked about. And it's kind of her freshman year. We really didn't need her to do that. You had Nikki, you had Kirby, you had those guys. Last year, she was like a opportunistic rebounder. If the ball came to her, okay, yeah, she grabbed it, but we didn't need her to go get it because we had Kirby. Kirby was cleaning up everything. Nikki and Kirby are like the number 2 and 3 all-time leading rebounders in JMU history. Then you throw Lady Okafor and Toya Jiggets, who's a good rebounder. Jazz Guathmy rebounds the basketball. So she really didn't need the rebound last year. So we've needed her to rebound a little bit more this year. And it was emphasized to her considerably on Monday. And because of that, she was a little bit more engaged, and she probably got maybe 3 or 4 more than she normally would have if she had played her normal game. So she's a capable rebounder. She's very strong, and we need her to do that. So I will be surprised if this is her last double-double of the year. So if that's the case, then we're not doing our job, but we need her to rebound the basketball.
And finally, what is this getting to this mark of 1,000? What does it mean for the future of the program?
I can't wait till we get 2,000. See if we still have streamers. No, it's a tremendous feat. It's one that we're going to make sure that anybody and everybody understands it. All right, not just hears it, but understands it. All right, you say it. 1,000 victories. You think about how long it takes to be able to get 1,000 victories. All right, so we're gonna talk about it. We'll talk about it, and we hope everybody understands. what that number really means. And I think going forward, there's a lot of questions, about a lot of things. You talk about the NCAA. What's the NCAA going to be in a couple of years? Are they going to, what are they going to do? But I think that we'll stand strong because of the tradition that we've had, and with the resources that we have and the support that we have, those are all the recipe for all the ingredients for a great recipe to be a continuing winning program. And this 1,000-point mark will definitely influence that. All right.